Sometimes a minute takes days and feelings fade when you don't want them to. I hope you won't throw the blame my way, but if you do, oh, are you looking for, looking for, looking for, looking for echoes? Are you looking for, looking for, looking for? Sometimes the words I hate to lingering on the road. Oh, I hope you won't throw the blame my way, but if you do, oh, are you looking for, looking for, looking for, looking for echoes? Are you looking for, looking for, looking for echoes? Are you? I'm in trouble, yeah, I let you down yet again. I'm a villain to you, so sudden. It's a riddle to please you, I guess I'ma need to take my time to save my pride again. Is a pace I'm right for the sake of just making amends? We could have had it all, but our tears are gonna fall. Maybe I'm not enough for you, or maybe I'm not enough to prove. Maybe it's just time for us to close this chapter.
Shot kicked out, rebound, they score! Steven, shoot, score! Walks the blue line, throws it on, rebound, they score! Got in front again, oh, and a stop by Harris. Now Pryor in front, he scores! Suter, Walker, scores! forward, number 71, McKenna Krulicki. At forward, number 73, Maya Habib. At forward, number 88, Olivia Denlock. On defense, number 19, Hayden Summers. On defense, number 55, Samantha Darby. And in goal, number 41, Taya Curry. And now the starting lineup for your Burlington Barracudas, led by head coach Colin Murdoch. At forward, number 19, Kate Suter. At forward, number 34, Avery Peters. At forward, number 95, Caitlin Charlton. On defense, number 2, Abby Thibodeau. On defense, number 93, Avery Wu. And in goal, wearing number 45, Shannon Harris. Now, fans, would you please rise if you're able to, and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Mainway Arena. It's the first time since October that the Burlington Barracudas will be meeting this evening the Bluewater Hawks. My name is Jared Bapty. Happy to be back in the booth. And welcome to February, everyone. Barracudas went undefeated in the month of January, which means they are currently still undefeated in 2023. Burlington coming off a 4-2 victory over the brand new Canadettes last Sunday afternoon. And are back at it with a doubleheader this weekend. Southwest tomorrow, but Bluewater tonight, and we are underway here at Mainway Arena. Right immediately dumped in by Burlington as the Barracudas tried to gain control of the puck in the offensive zone. Caitlin Charlton left it in the near corner for Kate Suter. And Charlton's got it again, gave it off to Suter. Sharp angle shot, rebound, comes out in front. Thibodeau tries to get it through, and that is stopped by the netminder, Taya Curry. First shot of the game for Burlington, and head coach Colin Murdoch corners quickly with the starting line, or the top line, excuse me. Murdoch, Flores, and Pryor on the down pin by Bluewater. Kira Haley back in the lineup after missing the last week's game. Got it up the near wall, but it was held in, so Megan Reed tries it up the far side. Trying to beat out the icing, not going to get there with enough speed on it. Big tie out, the two 44s come together in that area behind the net. Claire Murdoch rubbed out as well, but Pryor pulled into the boards, and that's a penalty. And I don't know if we're going to get more than one. Bluewater fans were upset that maybe Britt Pryor gave her an extra shot after the initial contact, after the whistle. As we wait for the penalty to go up on the clock, there it is. 2 minutes for Batra for body checking. So an early power play for the Barracudas, brought to you by Skids Away Pallet Sales and Recycling Solutions. But Bluewater with a face-off win, and it goes all the way down the ice on net, so we'll count that as a shot against Channing Harris. Back between the pipes for Burlington. Got the week off really last week with just the one game for Barracudas.
Number 10, Olivia Hackman, 2 minutes to body contact at 18:53.
Your corner, Clara Chisholm, gets it to the line for Kira Healy to hold in. Over to the far side for Avery Moon and return to Healy. Now Claire Murdoch as the Barracudas set up the umbrella. Murdoch on that far side again, turning away. Bring it back to Moon at the high point. Tries to feather a shot through, and that goes just wide of the far side as Murdoch pokes at it. Moon held it in on the far point. This is Healy now, looking for an option. Trying to find that open lane to Murdoch. Does find it there in that far corner. Drop back to the line for Moon again. Murdoch and Moon return to. Murdoch once more. Near side for Healy, and it just skipped over her stick blade, but she's got it again in that near corner. Turns it to the line again for Moon. High slot, now Pryor. Healy near side shot. Rebound, bouncing around. Laura's stick is tied up as she tried to come up with a puck in front. And it's lofted out and down the ice by the Hawks. Just the one shot so far for Burlington. Final 20 seconds of the advantage as that pass is just behind Avery Holmes, and Tegan Gray was a step ahead. So we have to stop play as that was offside. 15 seconds to go in the power play. We'll cross to Julia Stephen, now into the middle for Deja Houston, and that's a stop for the netminder Curry. Out in front again for Tegan Gray. That goes off a stick into the far corner, bouncing around. Stephen trying to recover, and that's fired right into the penalty door. And so that results in a stoppage in play. And because it came from the Bluewater zone, that is where the faceoff is. Holmes tipped it to the near side, drops it back to the line for Stephen. Fired shot, doesn't quite get on net though, looking for the redirect in front, and Gray now swept it out in front, but there was nobody in the slot for it. The Bluewater's back the other way as Stephen stands up Krulicki. No body checking penalty there as Stephen did not try to body check her. She just stood in place, and Krulicki skated into her and got the worst of it. Gray's pass goes off the skate in neutral ice. Ahead for Houston, slapped it through into the offensive zone. Turning away is Hannah Reba. Give it away though to Charlton, whose shot was kicked out, and the rebound came out in front. But Barracudas couldn't get a stick on it. Reba bounces it out through center, and two players come together in that corner as the dump out. Harris covering that puck up. Late change by Burlington with Vicky Moore coming out onto the ice. Means that Caitlin Charlton has to come in and take the face off. Summers at the line, over to the far side. Big slap shot. That whistle's just wide. Samantha Darby leaning into that one. Reed fanned on her initial clearing attempt, is pinned up in that far corner. Got it up the far wall. Charlton trying to muscle it ahead. Bounced in deep again by Bluewater. Reed sends it around to the near side now for Healy, who was pressured quickly, reversed it up the far side, held in, kicked out by Harris, and the rebound, trying to whack at it was Healy, who had her stick tied up as well. Comes into the near corner, slapped around back of the net to the far side by Kate Suter. Now Reed trying to get it out to help with Charlton, but they can't quite do it. This is Reed now. Bounces it around back of the net to the near side. Vicky Borg against Summers. Suter came in to help, so did Healy. She got it back into the near corner, across to Reed, back behind the net. And that bounced over her stick. Chisholm kept it alive. Good block of the pass in front by Healy, and Reed slapped it out to center. Good first pressure by Bluewater, but that's taken away by TJ Flores in the offensive zone, and Flores is kind of taken out a little bit in that far corner as it's bounced out to center by Bluewater. Bluewater struggled a little bit this season, but has been able to put together a few good wins recently. It's centered in front for Pryor, and that's another save. That went off the blocker of Curry. Habib trying to get that towards the front of the net. That doesn't quite go, and her and Thibodeau were tied up in that far corner, and we've got a tripping penalty coming. Flores taking the feet out from the Hawk in the far corner. That will stick in the blade, and 13:57 goes in this first period. It's a power play for Bluewater, and the first penalty kill for Burlington, brought to you by Shield Performance, the official gym and workout program, training program, excuse me, of the Burlington Barracudas. Far side, bounces wide of the net. Up that shot was a clean one, though. Definitely didn't bounce. Samantha Darby over the far side. Return to Darby. They will start the breakout. Ray watching her, so is Houston. Darby trying to dump it in deep. Does get past Healy. Steven after it. Rips it up the far side and down the ice, and Peters is alone in the offensive zone, short-handed, trying to pressure Curry, and Curry gave it away. Peters trying to cut out in front now, and that just doesn't quite get to Houston, who was open in the high slot and went off a stick. Peters, gotta be careful there, that could have been hooking. Great penalty killing shift for Peters right now, though. Still on it. Pressuring Krulicki right now. Took it away from her, and Steven fired it down the ice. Suter goes after it now, short-handed. Battling for the puck in the area behind the net. Suter has it stolen away from her by the Bluewater Hawks, and Suter still disrupting the breakout, though, for Bluewater. Up the far side, and across ice pass to Krulicki. It was behind her, though. She had to recover it. Summers got it ahead, and it's dumped in by Haley Murphy. Harris lost it in her feet for a second. Moon made sure to get it to Reed, who got it out and down the ice, and that should do it for the penalty kill. Couple more seconds to come off the clock. As the penalty expires, Flores has returned to the ice. Thibodeau took a stick up high maybe a little bit, as she is disrupting things in that far corner. Flores coming up with it. Murdoch takes a slash. She's not even in the play yet. No call there as she goes to the net. Pryor finds her there. Murdoch deflected that. Stopped by Curry. That shot doesn't get through, but Pryor's right there trying to come up with it. It's taken away from her, but not cleared out. Murdoch comes up with a loose puck. High slot for Pryor. Murdoch and Flores as well. Comes back to the line again for Thibodeau. Turning away, dropping it to the far side for Steven, who gets it in deep. Flores, two Hawks on her as she's pinned up on the back wall. Flores trying to make sure she doesn't fall on the puck here, as she's having her feet pushed away from her by the stick of multiple Hawks. Habib dumps that down the ice as the Hawks were able to clear it out to center. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of this first period, Stephen behind her own net, waiting for the swing to begin. Cross ice pass to Houston. It was a little too far in front of her, but Holmes picks it up and takes it into the far corner. Round back of the net to the near side. Holmes with lots of speed tried to hit Stephen with a cross ice pass that was cut off by Robin Story. And the Barracudas have to regroup at center. Ray gets knocked down as Chisholm tries to break into the offensive zone. That shot is blocked, but sent out in front and cleared away immediately by Houston. Holmes wraps it round to the far side. Gray going after it. Kept alive by Darby. Wrapped it all the way around to the near side point now as Holmes tries to get it out to center. It just does get there. And so the Hawks touch up. This is Stephen Note, takes a half and tries to get it up the near side wall. Suter's pinned up in front of the Bluewater bench. Peters trying to get it in deep. Knocked back out to center by Bluewater. Krulicki, over the far side. That shot is off the leg of Reed, but Barracudas can't get it out. Bluewater looking strong in the first 10 minutes of this first period, but Barracudas looking strong as well. High energy game so far as that's dumped in by Suter. Curry stops it behind her own net. Kira Healy up on the forecheck. Murdoch takes that away from Olivia Detloff, but it's regained by the Hawks. Cleared off the boards by Darby. Murdoch got in the way of that. Flores got into the far side for Pryor. Now to Murdoch again. That shot is blocked by Darby. Got to the far side and met there by Murdoch. Trying to find an option. Murdoch drops it back for Thibodeau, leans into a wrist shot. That goes wide to the far side. Flores trying to get to it, but it's cleared out to center by Bluewater and right back in, trying to catch them changing for Barracudas. There's Moon with his shot. That's off the stick and stopped by Curry. Murdoch behind the net, takes a bit of a hook, trying to come up with it. She's hooked even more, still no call. It's sent round to the far side by the Bluewater Hawks. Flores able to keep it in deep, bounces it towards the slot area. That's picked up by Timochko. Bouncing around to the far point. Houston to Holmes in the high slot. That goes wide. Gray's got it in the near corner. Sends it to the far point for Stephen, and a hard pass return to Gray. Battling for it towards the far corner. Leaves it for Houston. Holmes is there. Bouncing puck off the shot. Comes back to the line. Healy sauces it across to Stephen into the high slot for Gray. Whacking away at it. Couple of chances and more saves for Curry. As Curry covers up. Mike Bluewater looking strong on the puck. Just one shot on net for Bluewater as they have been unable to really maintain a whole lot of offensive zone pressure so far tonight. DL Hall Parody gets it out to center. Hubert got it knocked away from her. This is Suter. Gonna muscle it up the near side, tied up by Hubert. Chisholm takes a bit of a check from Healy, centers it in front. That was a few feet off the ice. So nobody was going to knock that one in. This is Peters back the other way for the Barracudas. Charlton left it for Suter. Tried to return it back for Charlton, but her stick wasn't on the ice yet. Had been lifted, so Nikki Borg now. Stephen lost it in her feet for a second to regain control. Trying to skate her way to the net. Slides it through to the slot. Borg trying to come up with it. Backhanded by Healy. It's stopped by Curry. And it's sent to the open area in that far corner for Borg to come up with. Borg with a stick in her midsection, but no call. As it's taken away by Chisholm and fired up and off the glass and all the way down the ice, but no icing. They're saying Healy got a stick on it. I don't know about that, but it's tipped out and into the offensive zone by Reed. Taken behind the net by Molly Battram, and Reed disrupting that play. So the Hawks trying again. Darby fanned on her pass, taken by Flores in her feet. Trying to hit Pryor, now cutting to the net on the redirection. Curry, and Flores is taken to the boards hard. As Curry sprawled out to make that save. Pryor trying to get it in front. Murdoch now does the same, and it's off a stick. Flores in the far corner now. Thibodeau trying to keep it alive. It's stolen away from her by Story. Sent ahead for Battram. One-on-one with Moon, and Battram just sent that wide. Bouncing puck sent to Summers. Tried to step into a shot. That's blocked by her own player as Story was taken down. This is Thibodeau now. Takes a couple of slashes, but manages to muscle it up the far side to Murdoch. Drops it back for Flores. Sees Pryor ahead. Sent down the ice. Murdoch takes another slash. These sticks are getting high in this game. Murdoch driven into the boards and is held onto in the corner as Holmes with a shot on the short side. Stopped by Curry. Houston is hooked as well. Everybody's getting a stick in the midsection by Burlington, and there's a call though as the game's getting out of hand a little bit. Houston stepped into, I believe that was Story behind the net. No, it was Tomochko. And so Houston going off for body checking. So you can see the Barracudas starting to get a little bit frustrated with the stick play going on in this game. 4:21 left in the first period. It's a second penalty kill brought to you by Shield Performance, the official gym and training program of your Burlington Barracudas. Clean face-off win for the Bluewater Hawks. Pass drop back to Summers now on the far side. Shot gloved out of the air by Steven over to the far side, and Tegan Gray gets it out to center. Summers turning away from the pressure of Holmes. Fired a pass and returned it to her, trying to poke it up through the middle. Couldn't split the forwards, and Healy found the loose puck and fired that right on net. A short-handed shot for the Barracudas as the Bluewater Hawks try to get something going, and that's lost for a second as Avery Robinson tried to skate out of her own zone, knifed at it, and it was dumped in by Detloff. This is Moon. Hard pass that's knocked out of the air by Darby. Trying to hit Suter going to the net. So the Hawks starting out now. Darby with a pass across. Disrupted as Story tried to get her way into the offensive zone. Reed tied her up, and Barracudas cleared it out again. Chisholm leaves it behind her own net for Darby. And Darby starts the breakout for the Bluewater Hawks. Gave it off to Chisholm on the near side. Borg disrupted that a little bit, but it got into the near corner. Steven tied up. Battram battling with Borg. Got it to the line. Darby stepped into his shot. That's stopped by Harris. Second shot of the game for the Bluewater Hawks as Battram is tied up in the near corner by Thibodeau. Steven trying to dig it out. Chisholm sent it back to the line. That takes a funny bounce off the boards, though, and comes out to center. As the final few seconds tick off the penalty to Houston. Tipped ahead by Story as she dances her way into the offensive zone. Taken to the far side. Banked it off the back wall to the near side now. Houston out of the box. Couldn't get it out to center. Paradis held it in. Houston's on it again. Wrapped it around the boards to the far side for Charlton, who tipped it out and down the ice. Habib left it up the open wing. Flores now with speed down the right wing side. Cuts to the slot. And that's just poked away off his stick by Grima. Murdoch, just stripped from her by Hubert. as Murdoch came up with a turnover in the offensive zone. Dumped in. Harris left it behind the net. Reed fired it up the far side for Murdoch into the middle for Pryor. Pryor trying to split the D. Can't quite come up with it. Knocked away from her by Curry, but held in by Healy. Pryor bounces it back to the line again for Healy, who tries to keep it alive. Hubert knocked it out to center, and Reed beat Murphy to the puck and fired it up the far side, but Bathroom got in the way of that one. Turning back is Tomochko, and it's fired through center to Murphy now. Coming up on the final minute of this first period. Murphy lost an edge as she stepped around Reed. And we'll count that as a shot on Harris as she covered up. Exactly a minute left in this first period. Face-off win for Burlington. Moon sent it round back of the net. Thibodeau fired it off the glass, but it's knocked down and held in by Robinson. Trying to muscle it up this near wall. Thibodeau with Houston and Holmes as well as a crowd gathers in the area in front of the hash marks. Thibodeau comes out with it, sends it behind the net to the far side for Gray, who wires it all the way down the ice. Robinson's going to get there first, and that's an icing call. .33 seconds left in the first period. Queen went off the draw, sent round to the near side for Holmes, who reverses it round to the far side. Moon skating onto it, flips it off the glass, and it bounces out to center. It's fired right ahead again for the Bluewater Hawks. Drop pass cut off by Houston. Murphy sent it in front again, and Thibodeau knocked it away. 10 seconds to go. Krulicki's tied up the near hash marks by Houston. Avery Moon's in there as well. 30 Bluewater Hawks trying to dig it out, and that is the end of the first period. So we will go to break as the Zamboni comes out and floods the ice. No score at the end of the first period. Burlington heavily outshooting Bluewater right now, but Taya Curry in net standing tall for the Hawks so far tonight. We'll see what happens in the second period coming up in a few moments.
I just really enjoyed bonding with the girls. It was good. Good group of girls. I just think it's really cool that we have the opportunity to do this stuff, especially in girls hockey, because it's not always showcased all the time, so I think it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing how far our team can go. I feel like we're all really good together and play really well together.
I think honestly it could have gone to a lot of girls on the team, and I feel really lucky that I have it. I'm going to do my best to wear it in a way that will help everyone.
Saturday night hockey, there's nothing better. Home opener, an exciting one for the drop of the puck here at Mainway Arena.
We had all worked out our walkout song, our goal song, so we were all really excited to hear it for the first time.
And forward from Toronto, Ontario, assistant captain number 9, Claire Murdoch.
You don't see that very often in girls hockey, which was nice. I think a lot of the younger girls thought it was a really cool experience. In the change room they were going on and on about it, and just how it was really different, and no other junior team even was doing it.
But not out Avery. Holmes scores! Loose in the high slot now. Backhander scores! Lost the puck to Pryor. Pryor scores!
Being around each other for a majority of the week, really getting to know each other is really doing us well. Having Colin as a coach too, just having those new plays being introduced to us, they seem to really work for us, and we understand them very well and can easily apply them to our game.
think coming from Stony as a captain, it really set me up for the role here. And I think, honestly, having this group of girls, it's just a great group of girls to work with. And I think you don't really have to have a letter on your jersey. I think we all play a really good part.
Murdoch right on it again. Here's Pryor with a shot. She scores!
I was just looking for a league that would help me develop my game to like the next level, and Burlington happened to be a team that was willing to take on another player. So when I came up here and skated, there was just a great culture within like the girls, and I really liked the program.
Colin and the coaching staff has also helped me to really push myself and be the best I can on and off the ice.
Good morning, everybody. A bit of an unusual start time this morning at 11:30. My name is Jared Bathy. Happy to be along with us as your Burlington Barracudas are taking on the North York Storm for the first time ever. This is their junior team now here in the U22 Elite. They've obviously played them in other tournaments and matchups. A bit of a different look and a new beginning for the North York Storm. Burlington piling on the shots right now, already with 6 by my count. Tie up off the draw again. It's sent to the back wall. This is Tegan Gray. Trying to fire it up the near boards to Kira Healy back in the lineup after taking last weekend off. Healy with a tip in front, rebound. They score! Initial save by Eno, but Tegan Gray collects the rebound and pots it. And with just over 5.5 minutes gone in the first period, it's 1-0 Burlington. Bounces off the far boards to Murdoch behind the net with the help of Pryor. Murdoch's knocked down as Pryor tries to dig it out. Sent round back of the net, thrown to the line, but Healy found that easily and kept the play going. Murdoch now, sent it in front, they score! TJ Flores left wide open on the far side of the net. An easy one-timer. Murdoch with the pass, and it's 2-0 Burlington. Back out at center. Putnam fell as she tried to skate it through. Murdoch takes a slash and has a couple of nice moves as she throws it out in front. Flores pinned on the shot. Pryor scores. Brent Pryor with another goal, leading the team in goals and points. Second in the U22 Elite, and it's 3-0. Far side for Abby Thibodeau. She found it in her feet. Hard pass ahead now for Bryn Pryor, who turns on the Jets. She's got Murdoch as well. In front, she scores! Beautiful transition on the rush. Murdoch and Pryor. The connection continues. Eno, the 2005 goaltender. North York struggling a little bit this season with health, as I mentioned. They score, though. Here I am getting a little distracted. Trying to chat about North York having injury troubles and Burlington getting right back on the score sheet. 5-0 now. And we have a goaltending change. Eno coming out. He's already faced 16 shots in this first period. 5 goals against and taken round back of the net. Healy ahead for Moon, chipped across for Flores. Drop pass for Pryor, and the Barracudas set up on the power play. Healy at the near side. Throws it in front, rebound. They score. On the power play, it's a hat trick for Britt Pryor here in the first period. 2 in a row for Pryor as well, and it's 6-0. You can see the Barracudas are trying to get certain players some goals here. Peters looks like one of them, and Borg another perhaps. Here's Gray in front for Peters. She scores! That one counts. Avery Peters. Beautiful shot, buries it and makes it 7-0. And so Stevens sends it to the open wing, where it's taken by Jackson. Shot blocked by Steven. Jackson tied up behind the net. Sharp angle shot, couple of whacks at it, and they score! Pitts looks like she was pushed into the net. Slow to get up is Pitts. Got away from her as Moon took it away. Penalty is expired to Peters. Fired out to center. There she is with the puck, 2-on-1. Just knifed away from her by Jamal, but Peters took it right back again in front. Houston, another chip at it. They score! That's 2 goals in a row now for Peters. Okay, everybody, second period underway. And it's in with 8-1. It is a face-off win, but the puck's stolen away by Bluewater. Bounced out to the far side wall and knocked back in by Moon. Wrapped around behind their own net by Robinson. This is Paul Paradis getting it out to center. Suter knocked that down and dropped it back for Thibodeau. Pass through to Peters, who deflected it into the far corner. Paradis going after it. Peters tied her up a little bit, but Paradis came out with the puck, bounced it to the line. Moon kept it alive just for a moment as Story on the reception gets it through neutral ice. Thibodeau almost banned on her pass. Chisholm was dangerously lurking around in the high slot as the Barracudas get it in deep again. Robinson send it back in the net. Paradis up the far side. Tipped into the middle for Chisholm. Across for Detloff, but off her skates. And so she had to regain control of the puck and dumped it in deep. Healy up the far side now for Pryor. Cross ice pass hard for Murdoch, who let it go by her. And Flores recovering that puck, got it in deep. Now Murdoch fired that in front for Pryor. That went up over top of the net. Murdoch's got it again. Trying to spin away from the pressure of Krulicki. Krulicki knocked it away from her, but Murdoch's got it back again. Krulicki up that far side again. Healy tried to pinch in, and it's a 3-on-1 now for Bluewater. Drop back for Detloff. Shot doesn't get through. Trickles to the blue paint, but it's knocked away from Harris as she tried to reach for it. Lead up the far side. Pryor couldn't tip it all the way out. Shot cut off by Reed, but she can't get it out again. This is Batram. Off a couple of bodies and ricochets behind the net. Pryor came up with it, launches it all the way down the ice, and that is an icing call against Bluewater. I don't know if you ask me, I think Timochko could have reached out with her stick and tried to play that one. It bounced pretty close to her. Regardless, it's an icing call. Tie up off the draw, knocked to the line by Healy, held in by Summers. Goes into the near corner. Molly Batram trying to come up with it. Two Batrams on this team as Darby tried to keep it in. That's fired down the ice by Pryor for Murdoch. Curry came out to play it, swept it away from Murdoch, the far side wall. And Molly Batram gets it across to Keely Landers, and she dumped it in. Thibodeau. Off the stick down the ice. Gray going after it. Tried to knock it in deep for Holmes. Holmes is tied up and being held onto. Holmes trying to come up with her stick, and Tegan Gray knocked down behind the net as well as the Hawks get it out to center. That's lifted up and gloved down by Murphy. Right back the other way is Julia Stephen though. Stephen takes it behind the net to the far side. Centering pass comes to Suter. Oh, and a stop by Curry. Suter had a little bit of daylight, but Curry got across, and Suter can't buy a goal. She was robbed twice against Brampton last Sunday and stopped again here by Curry. Fired right back in, and Suter and Charlton go after it. Suter's got it in the near corner, tried to wrap it out in front for Peters. Another save by Curry. Out in front again, and Peters' stick is tied up as she goes after it in the near corner. Thrown out to the line, Moon trying to keep it alive. Bouncing puck knocked out to center ice by the Hawks, and trying to drag it through is Trulicki, but that's knocked away from her. Suter comes up with it, takes a slash and takes it behind the net to the near side, off the glass and up out of play as it hit the little gap where the Zamboni door starts. You can see there's a slightly larger gap where the doors are versus the regular glass, so that went off that little gap and out of play. Face off in the offensive zone for Bluewater. Quickly won by Burlington and out to center, carried by Stephen as she's knocked down. She tried to cross the blue line with the puck. Murdoch got it in deep. Pryor knocked it away, and Murdoch taken down, and she tried to get it to Pryor behind the net again. Healy pinching in, keeps it in deep. Murdoch in front. Pryor's has it knocked away. Murdoch's got it again. Off the reception from Healy. Landstap by Darby, but Pryor came in to help out. Pryor fires it back to the line, tipped to Healy, who threw it to the near side wall for Pryor. Stephen keeps it alive. Murdoch hauled down, and we've got a call coming. Darby tried to drop her stick in favor of not getting a call, but couldn't fool the referee, and it's a tripping penalty against Darby. 15 minutes dead. Second power play of the game for Burlington. Brought to you by Skids Away, Pallet Sales, and Recycling Solutions. Houston, thrown out of the face-off. I guess Holmes was encroaching, so Houston got it back to Moon, now over to Thibodeau. Her shot is blocked by Chisholm. Thibodeau got it in deep for Gray in that far corner. Return to Thibodeau. Inside for Moon. Holmes at the near hash marks, back for Moon. Far side Thibodeau tried to get it across again for Holmes, and that was off her skate. Houston behind the net. Holmes in the near corner. Moon at the line, looking for the open lane. Return to Moon again, but she was going the wrong way, so she had to stop up and come to the puck. She's got it again on the return pass from Thibodeau, now Holmes. And Moon again. Thought about the shot, Thibodeau takes one. Stopped by Curry. And she hangs on. That last song wasn't interesting enough, so we skipped to another one. A minute and 16 seconds left in the power play for Burlington. Suter got it back to the line with the help of Peters. Across now for Moon. Return to Healy. And Moon again. Tried to center it in front for Peters. That's off a stick, and Healy recovers. Healy tries a shot. That's fought off. Rebound. Charlton tried to swing at it, but bounced over her stick, and Bluewater gets it out and down the ice. Harris left it behind the net for Moon. Moon overskated the puck, but disrupted the steal attempt as Healy skates it into the offensive zone. 4 Barracudas are with her, tipped in front. Peters in the rebound. Taken away by Bluewater, but Suter trying to dig it out. It's sent to the far side. Lifted all the way out. Oh boy, right into the score box. As April Josivovich and Brian Steven facing some danger. 22 seconds left. Clean face-off win by Flores. Thibodeau's got the puck. Fired it off to Murdoch and got it right back. Thibodeau in for Steven on the near side. Thrown in front. Rebound. They score! Flores found the rebound on the far side of the net and made sure to stuff it into the back of it. And with the power play, the Barracudas take a 1-0 lead. Right back on the attack. It's this top line again. They score! 2 quick goals for Burlington. It's Bryn Pryor's 30th goal of the season. Just the second player in the U22 Elite to do so. And it's a 2-0 lead.
Burlington girls for the number 44, Bryn Pryor. Assisted by number 21, TJ Flores, and number 5, Julia Stephen. Time of the goal, 13-11. Pryor.
Puck changing hands in the area in front of the Bluewater net. Tomochko gave it off to Batchram. He dumped it in. Olivia Batchram.
Number 44, Bryn Pryor. Assisted by number 9, Claire Murdoch.
Bounced out to center. Murdoch quickly takes it away. Gives it off to Pryor, who pokes at it, but couldn't quite coordinate. This is Murphy trying to call for the breakaway pass, but gave it away, and Moon able to recover nicely. Healy with a nice little bit of stick handling to keep the puck away from Chisholm. Murdoch held up a little bit as she tried to skate it in the offensive zone. Houston centering pass cut off by Chisholm as she gets it out to center for Murphy. And offside as Story was a step ahead. Dumped in by the Bluewater Hawks. Thibodeau fires it up the far side. Holmes stopped it, maybe got a little too much of it as the Hawks get a quick offensive opportunity. First shot stopped by Harris, and the second attempt is covered up. Face off in the offensive zone for the Hawks. Clean win off the draw, drop back for Darby. Shot doesn't get through. Bouncing puck up the near side. Gray battling for it with Houston. Houston able to dig it out. This is Moon now. Move off the pass to Thibodeau. Cross ice pass knocked down off the stick by Houston. And it's picked up by Krulicki. Thibodeau ties her up. Houston tried to come in to help, but it was knocked away from her. And Parody came up with it, sent it round back of the net to the near side. Robinson at the near point. Knocked away by Houston, but it doesn't get out over the blue line. Gray comes to the loose puck and skates it herself. Gray's got Borg with her. Gray slams on the brakes. Hauled down as she tried to get a pass away. Borg dropped it for Steven now. Steven skating into the near corner, takes it behind the net, takes a bump, and puck stolen away from her. Passed out to center though and taken away by Healy. Healy with a stick in her hands, able to get it in deep though. Takes a glance at the referee, but no call coming. This is Robinson, pass ahead for Landers, off a body and goes over to the near side, and Borg is taken out by Parody as he tried to cut back in. Reed stole that away and got it in deep again though. Parody on that puck behind her own net. Watched by Reed, fired up the near side for Landers. Bounced ahead for Murphy, but he couldn't drag it through, and Steven got it back out to center. Peters with Charlton and Suter going to the net. Drop back for Healy. Takes a bump, but Suter's there. 2 chances. Kicked out by Curry to the near side. Suter in deep again for Charlton. Parody couldn't get it away from her, and that's just off a skate as Charlton tried to find Suter in front. Story being watched by Healy, knifed away by Healy, taken by Healy, and sent up the near side and out to center for Charlton. Dragging it with her is Peters now on the far side, couldn't quite regain control of it. Charlton followed up, got it in deep again. Tomochko, stolen away from her by Flores. Moon trying to cut to the net with Flores. Bouncing puck couldn't be found by Flores as it's taken round back of the net to the far side, but stolen away again by Burlington. Murdoch up in the high slot, she scores! Claire Murdoch takes the puck out in front, and you give her that amount of space, she's not gonna miss. And a goal apiece for the top line of Burlington, and it's 3-0. Murdoch takes a slash as she's taken into the back wall. So is Pryor as they battle for the puck in the area behind the net. Murdoch lifts the stick of Darby, tries to come up with it. Pryor's on the near hash marks now with it. Murdoch came in to help, got it back for Thibodeau. Wrist shot, gloved by Curry, and she hangs on.
Assisted by number 21, TJ Flores, and number 44, Glenn Pryor. Time of the ball, 8:47. Murdoch from Flores and Pryor at 8:47.
Top line for Burlington on tonight. Houston takes a bump. Gray trying to come up with it in the near corner. Darby blew a tire as she's tied up. Gray now got back up. Houston got the puck away, tried to find Holmes in front. It was knocked away, got out to center. Thibodeau sends it right back in. Berlicki couldn't get it past Holmes, who dumped it in again for Burlington. Darby from behind her own net. Hard pass ahead for Battram, stolen away by Gray and knocked away again as Houston just didn't quite make it to the line. And so a change started for Burlington as Summers fires it in deep. Harris tried to come out and slow it down. Thibodeau quickly ahead for Charlton, who tipped it out to center. Bluewater now with it. Pass fanned on and sent to the open wing. Thibodeau meets it there and fires it in deep. Pass off the stick of Suter, bounces to the near side. Landers trying to get it to Battery, but it was stolen away by Charlton. Trying to throw that in front for Suter, and it goes just wide. Stevens takes a slap shot, looking for the tip in front by Charlton. Just couldn't quite get her stick on it. Healy keeps it alive, gets it round behind the net. Battram stepping out to the near side and threw it just errantly out to center, where Steven sends it across now for Healy, who dumps it in. Robinson drops it back. Grima being watched by Borg. And that's a bit of a weak one as Borg is bowled into. I think we're going to get 2 penalties here now. Borg is going to take a tripping penalty, but there should be a second call. Now we got a roughing penalty. Batram stepped into Borg. So it'll be 5-on-5 for the next 2 minutes, or, well, not or less, as both penalties cancel themselves out. Batram's second penalty of the night. And of course the scorekeeper unfortunately has put 2 2-minute penalties on either side of the score clock, which are canceled out and therefore irrelevant. So Borg and Batram need to sit for 2 full minutes, at least 2 minutes and a whistle for sure. So we remain at 5-on-5. Chisholm tips it out to center. Skating through with it is Landers up the far side. Slams on the brakes in that far corner. Haley tracking her, got it in deep for Chisholm. Chisholm taken out by Flores as she swept it in front. Cut off by Murdoch. Here goes Pryor, knifing it ahead. Taken by Tomochko up the near side. Story got it to Tomochko again, now through neutral ice. Molly Batram off the body and wide. Pryor off the glass and out to center. Murdoch racing after it. Trying to cut to the net now. Murdoch's there. Backhander just wide. Pryor cut off the clearing attempt. Centering pass from Murdoch is taken away by Parody as Pryor tried to take the puck away from her. Gray fresh off the change. Houston gloved it down, but it's cleared out to center by Bluewater, and Haley's got it now. Ahead for Houston. Banked off the boards for Holmes. Takes a hack and fired it across to Gray. It was just a little too hot to handle, but Steven followed up. Steven now knocked away from her, but Houston kept it alive. Gray, short side of the net, wraps it around to the far side. Summers trying to steal it away from Gray. Gray still with the puck, now finally taken away by Krulicki. Krulicki trying to get it up the far side. Stepping away from pressure is Murphy. Fired it round back of the net to Darby on the near side. And Megan Reed is taken out as she tries to go for the puck. Detloff fired a pass across to Murphy, and that's lanced away from her by Healy. Hard shot up the near side by Holmes, and Suter comes up with a puck. Skates it through neutral ice, got it to Charlton. Charlton hooked by 2 Hawks as it's taken away by Landers. Sent out and down the ice, poked at by Habib, so there's no icing. Habib tied up by Moon. Suter comes to the loose puck and skates it behind her net and fires it off the boards and out to center. Robinson has it knocked away from her by Peters, and Suter came up with the puck, trying to get it to the net. It was too far in front of her. Grima took that away. Suter has it stolen away by Chisholm. Suter trying to come to the puck. Here's Charlton with a wrist shot that goes up over top of the net. Peters cutting out in front. She scores! Shot from Charlton was lifted up and over top of the net, but Peters found it behind the net, came out in front, and picked the far corner. And Peters, back on the score sheet, gives the Barracudas a 4-0 lead. Knocked out for Chisholm, fired over to the far side. Moon poking at it, Flores as well. Fired across to Story, stick lifted by Murdoch and stolen away. Murdoch trying to get it ahead, poked away, but Thibodeau followed up.
Avery Peters, unassisted, time of the goal,
an assist today. I think Caitlin Charlton should be getting an assist on that at least. Glove down at the line by Flores. Sent to the open side. Or it's met by Parody. Murdoch almost took it away from Timochko. It's fired up the far side now. Moon kept it alive. There's an errant stick in the slot as that centering pass is taken away from Flores by Story. Parody has it stolen away by Flores, but Flores was held up as she tried to skate through to the loose puck. Near side, Thibodeau kept it alive just for a moment though. Came out to center for Story. Chisholm tied up by Thibodeau. Here goes Holmes now with lots of open space. Gave off a pass to Gray. Steps into a long shot. That was off the skate of Summers. And the Hawks send it round back of their net up the near side. Detloff got it through to Molly Battram, as Olivia Battram battles for the puck with her sister. This is Healy now. Steven ahead for Houston, got it to the line, and it just bounces over the stick of Darby and out to center. Gray can't come up with the puck. It's cleared in deep by Molly Battram. That was Olivia Battram. Molly Battram's the one that just went into the boards. Olivia Battram took Healy into the back wall. This is Molly Battram now. Knocked down potentially with a high stick by Olivia Battram, and Molly Battram has her stick lifted. Suter banked it up the far side with the help of Peters, but it doesn't get out. Stephen now with a hard pass for Suter, and a 2-on-1 now for Burlington. Charlton to the net. Another amazing save by Curry. And there's no whistle as we thought the puck caught the netting behind the play. What a stop by Curry. She has been spectacular. Despite the 4-0 score for Burlington, she has made some 10-bell saves as there's another one. Cleared to the line, glove down by Suter, dropped back for Reed as we are in the final minute of this second period. Reed still with the puck, trying to hit Peters with a breakout pass, goes all the way down the ice, and I'm not sure what we're blowing the whistle for. As
last word to play in the second period.
Charlton was definitely going to get to that puck in time. So the face-off at center. It's a possible offensive opportunity is washed away for Burlington. Thibodeau ahead. Murdoch couldn't get her stick on it. Robinson being watched by Pryor. Puck stolen away by Pryor, battling for it in the far side wall. Brulicki takes it behind her own net with Flores hot on her tail. Dropped it off, and now Robinson fires a pass ahead, knocked away from Landers by Murdoch. Murdoch tried to get the backhander on net. It was off the skate, though. Murdoch ties up Robinson, and it's fired out to center by Krulicki, but off the skate of Murphy, so she has to recover. As the final few seconds of the second period tick off the clock. Shot deflected wide by Harris. And we will go to break here at the end of 2. 4 goals for Burlington as they explode for a huge lead in this second period. Flores, Murdoch, and Pryor, the top line, each getting one, and then Peters with a fourth. As we will go to break and potentially have an interview, we'll see what we can muster up. As Zamboni does its rounds here at Main Wayne.
I just really enjoyed bonding with the girls. It was good. Good group of girls. I just think it's really cool that we have the opportunity to do this stuff, especially in girls hockey, because it's not always showcased all the time, so I think it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing how far our team can go. I feel like we're all really good together and play really well together.
I think honestly it could have gone to a lot of girls on the team, and I feel really lucky that I have it. And I'm going to do my best to wear it in a way that will help everyone.
Saturday night hockey, there's nothing better. Home opener, an exciting one for the drop of the puck here at Mainway Arena.
And we had all worked out our walkout song, our goal song, so we were all really excited to hear it for the first time.
And forward from Toronto, Ontario, assistant captain number 9, Claire Murdoch.
You don't see that very often in girls hockey, which was nice. I think a lot of the younger girls thought it was a really cool experience. In the change room they were going on and on about it, and just how it was really different, and no other junior team even was doing it.
But not out Avery. Home scores! Loose in the high slot now. Backhander scores! Lost the puck to Pryor. Pryor scores!
Being around each other for a majority of the week, really getting to know each other is really doing us well. Having Colin as a coach too, just having those new plays being introduced to us, they seem to really work for us, and we understand them very well and can easily apply them to our game.
I think coming from Stony as a captain, it really set me up for the role here. And I think, honestly, having this group of girls, it's just a great group of girls to work with. And I think you don't really have to have a letter on your jersey. I think we all play a really good part.
Murdoch right on it again. Here's Pryor with a shot. She scores!
I was just looking for a league that would help me develop my game to the next level, and Burlington happened to be a team that was willing to take on another player. So when I came up here and skated, there was just a great culture within the girls, and I really liked the program.
Colin and the coaching staff has also helped me to really push myself and be the best I can on and off the ice.
Good morning, everybody. A bit of an unusual start time this morning at 11:30. My name is Jared Bafty. Happy to be along with us as your Burlington Barracudas are taking on the North York Storm for the first time ever. This is their junior team now here in the U22 Elite. They've obviously played them in other tournaments and matchups. A bit of a different look and a new beginning for
Turn it on yet. I can turn it on now. It's live, so I'm just okay, here with TJ Flores, couple of points on the night. TJ, an explosive second period for the team. What changed between the first and the second to allow us to take a 4-goal lead?
I think we just got more comfortable out there, and we wanted to bring more energy because we did good in the first, but we wanted to get something up on the board. So we came together and just helped each other out, pumped up each other, and put it out on the ice, and it resulted in 4 goals. So we're happy about that.
What would you say, that you've really kept the shots low in this game? What's been working defensively for the team as well, would you say?
I think just getting pucks out. Like Colin said in the room, he showed us a video saying, get pucks out, pucks deep. So that helped us. And communicating, flipping pucks out. And Shannon's doing a phenomenal job playing the puck and helping us out there too.
And then finally, the third period, you've got a commanding lead. Anything that
Coach Collins looking for to kind of really tighten up the third?
Just not getting fancy, just playing our game and just staying calm. You know, we're up 4, but we know that in our league they can quickly come back, so we just want to keep on pushing and doing our best.
And then finally, you wanted to say something to the crowd?
Shout out to Bryn Pryor. She got her 30th goal this season, so shout out to my liney.
That's right, Bryn Pryor's 30th. TJ's on the scoreboard too. We'll be back for the third period in a few moments.
It was good. Good group of girls. I just think it's really cool that we have the opportunity to do this stuff, especially in girls hockey, because it's not always showcased all the time, so I think it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing how far our team can go. I feel like we're all really good together and play really well together.
I think honestly it could have gone to a lot of girls on the team, and I feel really lucky that I have it. And I'm going to do my best to wear it in a way that will help everyone.
Saturday night hockey, there's nothing better. Home opener, an exciting one for the drop of the puck here at Mainway Arena.
And we had all worked out our walkout song, our goal song, so we were all really excited to hear it for the first
At
time.
forward from Toronto, Ontario, assistant captain number 9, Claire Murdoch.
You don't see that very often in girls hockey, which was nice. I think a lot of the younger girls thought it was a really cool experience. In the change room they were going on and on about it, and just how it was really different, and no other junior team even was doing it.
But not out Avery. Home scores! Loose in the high slot now. Backhander scores! Lost the puck to Pryor. Pryor scores!
Being around each other for a majority of the week, really getting to know each other is really doing us well. Having Colin as a coach too, just having those new plays being introduced to us, they seem to really work for us, and we understand them very well and can easily apply them to our game.
I think coming from Stony as a captain, it really set me up for the role here. And I think, honestly, having this group of girls, it's just a great group of girls to work with. And I think you don't really have to have a letter on your jersey. I think we all play a really good part.
Murdoch right on it again. Here's Pryor with a shot. She scores!
I was just looking for a league that would help me develop my game to the next level, and Burlington happened to be a team that was willing to take on another player. So when I came up here and skated, there was just a great culture within the girls, and I really liked the program.
Colin and the coaching staff has also helped me to really push myself and be the best I can on and off the ice.
Good morning, everybody. A bit of an unusual start time this morning at 11:30. My name is Jared Bafty. Happy to be along with us as your Burlington Barracudas are taking on the North York Storm for the first time ever. This is their junior team now here in the U22 Elite. They've obviously played them in other tournaments and matchups. A bit of a different look, and a new beginning for the North York Storm. Burlington piling on the shots right now, already with 6 by my count. Tie up off the draw again. It's sent to the back wall. This is Tegan Gray. Trying to fire it up the near boards to Kira Healy back in the lineup after taking last weekend off. Healy with a tip in front, rebound. They score! Initial save by Eno, but Tegan Gray collects the rebound, and welcome back, everybody. Third period is underway. right away on the attack of the Burlington Barracudas. Thibodeau up in the rush, trying to come up with the puck in the area behind the net. Suter's in there as well. Puck still tied up there. Summers trying to muscle it up the far side now, maybe. Thibodeau still in there as well. Finally brought out by the stick of Krulicki and carried out to center, knocked away by Peters, but Habib followed up. That's taken away. Suter gets leaned on by Krulicki. And the Barracudas regroup in their own zone. Just out of the reach, and Suter knocked back down the ice by the Bluewater Hawks. This is Moon. Wrapped it up the far side, but not out. Kept alive by Robinson. Sent in deep by Bluewater. Fired right back out to center. No, it's off the stick. This is, just wide of the net from Detloff. She was wide open in the high slot. Parody kept it alive. Chisholm has her stick lifted by Flores. Pass across to Healy, who skates onto it and gains the red line and dumps it in. Curry stumps it behind her own net for Parody. Up the far side, a hard pass across for Molly Bathroom is behind her, so the Barracudas are able to regain control of it just for a moment, though. Parody skates it herself, flips it into the offensive zone. Reads on it for Burlington. Sends it up the near side for Holmes, who tries to poke it ahead. That's cut off by Landers, and Houston goes after it behind the net. Up the far side, tipped out to center by Gray. Holmes trying to get there. Landers sends it behind her own net to the near side for Garima. And Garima fanned on her pass, but regained control of it. It's fired across and carried into the offensive zone by Landers. Knocked away from her. One-timer shot is off the stick. It was bouncing around in the short side of the net now. Count at least a shot there. As the Barracudas come up with it and cleared out to center. Habib couldn't muscle it past Gray, and Holmes dumps it into the offensive zone as the Barracudas go for a wholesale change. Out and down the ice all the way for an icing call against Bluewater. Carlton stole the puck away in the near corner. Trying to skate out with it. She lost an edge, and it's sent all the way down the ice. Deflected off Charlton, though. So no icing on the plate. This is Stevens. Takes it up the far side, but not out. Held in by Darby. Tried to send that in front for Habib, and it skipped over her stick. Habib's got it again. Got it in deep. Thibodeau off the turnover, got it behind the net to the far side for Steven, trying to settle a rolling puck. Got it ahead for Charlton, and it's dumped in by Charlton. As the Barracudas go for a change. Summer totally lost an edge as Suter tried to come up with a puck behind the net. Stolen away from her, tipped on the far side by Story. Murdoch trying to keep that alive, though. Darby. Out to center, Green meets her in the neutral zone, and Pryor comes up with a puck on the tie-up. Sent it across for Moon. Flores, now Pryor. Murdoch in the slot. Oh, Curry with another save. And it's tipped out to center by Bluewater. Hubert has it stolen away by Moon. Pass across for Murdoch and ahead for Pryor. Taken away by Robinson, but Murdoch trying to steal it back with the help of Pryor. Robinson coming up with it, though. Takes it behind the net and slows things down just for a second, though. Robinson coming out through center off the skate of Chisholm, and Gray drops it through Steven. Quick pass across for Healy.
and returned to Stephen as the Barracuda forwards complete the change as well. Pass intercepted and taken right back by Molly Battram. Gray reaching in front of her to try and knock it away. Battram couldn't get it in deep. Haley knocked it down. Houston swept that to the line, but not out. Holmes has it now. Fires it across for Gray, but it's too far in front of her. And it's an icing call against Burlington. Just under 15 minutes left in this third period. Stephen comes up with the puck out of the face-off. Tipped away from Holmes, but Stephen followed up. Trying to cut through. Holmes with a shot! And that just trickled through the arm, but not into the back of the net. And Holmes tried to throw it out in front again, but it was gloved by Curry. And she hung on. Face-off win by Suter. Hard pass by Peters for Moon. A little too hot to handle, but she kept the play alive. Charlton cutting out in front. Glove stopped by Curry. Darby on the rebound for Bluewater. Trying to keep it alive, though, is Suter and Thibodeau. Moon watching Habib as she dumped it into the far corner. Moon's got it, wraps it up the near side. Peters trying to get it out to center. She does. Peters in a foot race now, hauled down by Krulicki, but no call there. Peters, after a hard shift, goes off for a change. Suter and Thibodeau in deep. Suter's taken down behind the net. Reed at the line. Kept it alive, knocked away from her, though, to the line, and just out to center. Thibodeau pass across for Healy. And Healy drops it for Suter. Tried to find Borg in the high slot, but that was cut off and skated out to center now by Hubert. Drops it back for Story. Shot goes wide. Borg's on it. Backhands it up the near wall and out to center. Stephen racing after it against Robinson. Robinson able to avoid the forecheck of Stephen and skated all the way in. Story steps into his shot. That's blocked by Healy. Chisholm in deep now. Wrapped it in front. Bouncing around. The net's way off. Nobody's blowing a whistle, but Murdoch skates it out to center. Flores is there going to the net. Murdoch slams on the brakes, trying to turn away from the pressure of Hubert. Pryor's tied up by Chisholm. Moon coming in to help. Chisholm is sitting on top of Pryor as Moon takes the puck into the near corner. Round back of the net, wrapped up a little bit. Moon's still on it. Chisholm gets it up the far side, and Story floats it all the way down the ice on net, so we'll call that a shot. Murdoch up the far side. Run into by Komochko, and a glove stop by Curry off the shot from Thibodeau. Face-off win for Houston, but it's taken away by Murphy and skated out to center, but Murphy lost an edge. Gray sends it up the far side. Komochko fired it off the glass, but not out. Kept alive by Thibodeau, who sent it into the near corner. Rima. And Tegan Gray comes in to try and come up with the puck. Gray pinned up now in the near corner. Gray chips it to the line. Healy's got it. Wrist shot coming. Blocked by Curry. The rebound goes to the near corner. Houston in front, sails through the blue paint. Thibodeau throws it on. That's stopped by Curry again. Held in at the line by Houston into the near corner. Holmes goes to get it. Holmes has a stick in her midsection. No call again. Holmes still with a stick in her midsection as she tries to come up with a puck in the area in front of the near point. Healy digs it out. looking for an option, trying to throw it in front for Gray. That doesn't quite get through, but Gray's trying to come up with it behind the net. Batram up the far side and kept alive by Moon. Moon still disrupting the play, poking at it. Bluewater can't get it out. Finally, it just comes out to center as Murphy turns back. Grima wasn't expecting the pass, able to come up with it, but it's knocked out of play by the stick of Habib into her own bench. Face-off coming outside the Bluewater zone, won by the Hawks. And skated through center by Summers. Dumped into the area behind the net by Steven up the far side. Reed swung and missed, but Healy followed up. But the puck rolled on her. She overskated it. Right back the other way is Krulicki. Steven met her on the far side. Takes a slash as she tries to come up with a puck behind the net. And Steven takes out Krulicki behind it, but she's got the puck. Krulicki taken out again, no call, as we're getting lots of play happening. Krulicki abused behind the net by Steven, and Steven was bowled into the boards by Habib though, so Habib is the one that's going off for a body check. With 10:07 left in the third period. Barracudas back on the power play, brought to you by Skids Away Pallet Sales and Recycling Solutions. Face off one to Darby, who takes it behind the net, thrown out to center. Steven on the puck, sends it back for Thibodeau. Being watched by Chisholm. Steven and Thibodeau almost get crossed up, but Steven still got the puck out through neutral ice and into the offensive zone. Steven takes it behind the net to the inside. Thrown it in front, just out of the reach of Charlton as that went through the crease. Charlton's got it. Fanned on her pass to the line, but she regained control of it. Pryor's in there to help out. Now it's Peters. Charlton in deep for Suter now as the Barracudas continue to set up on the power play. Peters stepping into a shot off a body, rebound in front, and Suter just backhanded it wide. Moon kept it alive in the area behind the net. Now Peters has it. Thibodeau, slap shot looking for a tip in front. That's rejected back out to center by the stick of Darby. Head for Moon, just tipped. And, you know, Moon's stick definitely touched that as she swept at the puck. There was an audible noise, but we have an icing call. Scramble off the draw, swept away from Murdoch, but Thibodeau came up with it. Thibodeau steps out from behind her own net. Pass ahead for Moon, and over the blue line she skates it. Pryor, that far side. Now Moon again. Tried to hit Murdoch in the high slot, but it was behind her. Flores in the near corner, now Pryor. Behind the net, Murdoch. Got it back to the line, now near side for Healy. Healy takes a slap shot, that goes wide, and it's cleared to the line and out to center. Pryor gets it ahead for Flores, skating onto it into the near far corner. Pryor shot off the stick and goes over top of the net. Healy keeping it alive, left it in the near corner for Murdoch. Two Hawks are on her, but Healy comes in to help out again. Robinson turning away from Pryor, sending it up the near side, and skating it out to center now is Molly Batram. Batram watched by Flores, puck taken away by Flores, and Pryor trying to settle it. Pass over to the open side for Healy, who gets it in deep off the dump in. Dangerous pass almost cut off by Holmes on that far side as the Bluewater Hawks are having a difficult time getting out to center. It's just knocked there by the Hawks now. Right back ahead by Steven. Holmes trying to come up with it. Knocked away by Murphy. So Steven sends it to the far side for Healy. Looking for an option, dumping it in on net. So that will count as a shot. As that pass across is out of the reach of Murphy, so the Barracudas recover the puck in their own zone. Just under 7 minutes to go in this third period. A 4-goal second period for Burlington, but we still remain in a 4-0 score. Holmes skating onto the puck, knifed away from her by Grima. Banked off the boards to nobody and out to center. Steven back for Thibodeau now. Return to Steven, that's off the heel of her stick, so she has to recover it. Steps past Habib and Kurlicki as she takes a slash all the way to the slot. Steven, big stop by Curry as Steven went coast to coast, but Curry made the save. .19 left in this third period. Big scramble off the draw. Comes to the near side, pass across. Hubert has it taken away from her by Steven. Sent ahead for Peters, now trying to split the D. Peters still with the puck. Peters! Oh, and she just couldn't get it back out in front as Curry went for the poke check. Peters still on it behind the net though with Suter. Trying to dig it out of some feet. Suter does, sends it back to the line for Thibodeau. Return to Suter as it's lanced away from her, but Suter comes up with it again. Thibodeau, shot bounces wide. Peters got it on the near side of the net though. Takes it round to the far side, and Peters still with it. Left it for Thibodeau. Thibodeau bumped off the puck, and it's cleared just out to center by Bluewater. Fired right back in by Moon as the Barracudas complete a change. Long lead pass tipped in. Landers on the deflection. Reed up the near side for Pryor. Pryor hits Murdoch with a pass, literally, and she goes all the way down the ice after it. Murdoch with speed, circling the net. Now on the near side, trying to find a lane. Got it in front for Pryor, but it just slid by her. Reed wires a shot that just goes over top of the net. Healy got it in for Murdoch, tried to hit Pryor as she went to the net. Just kept alive by Reed. Oh, and Reed is taken out by Olivia Battram, which causes an offside. And we've got a new look line here. Thibodeau coming in to take the face-off with Peters and Borg. Thibodeau almost won the draw, but it went to the near side or far side wall. Steven behind the net gets run into by Battram, but she got the worst of it. Healy round back of the net to the far side. Steven can't knock it ahead. This is Thibodeau now. Thibodeau takes a stick from Battram as she got it across and out to center. Healy skating through with it. Healy thought about the shot, drops it for Peters just out of her reach, but she's got it because she's got a good reach. Up the far side for Bluewater into the skate of Habib, but she gets it out and down the ice. Harris out to play it. Left it for Steven, who skated it up the near side and got it out to center. Holmes took it away from Murphy. Lanced off her stick, but Gray followed up and whistled that just wide. Houston knocked it off the stick of Grima, but followed up by Kurlicki. And Houston and Kurlicki get tied up. And it's the net knocked off, so we will have a stoppage in play as Houston up a 2-on-1 here just onside. Gray's shot goes off a stick and out of play as Hubert and Holmes get tied up a little bit at the whistle. Minutes and 15 seconds left in this third period. Clean face-off win by Suter to Peters. Dropped it back for Healy. Long wrist shot goes off a stick and wide. Moon trying to pinch in to keep it alive. Hubert, with the help of Darby, got the puck around behind the net. Chipped up the far side and out to center. Healy met it right at the blue line, and it's knocked away from her and cleared out. Charlton left it for Moon. Pass ahead for Peters, but that's going all the way down the ice for an icing call. Still a 4-0 score here in this third period. 2 minutes 46 left to go. Moon with a stick in her midsection and no call again. Charlton with the puck fires it off the glass glove down at the line by Chisholm, and that's a hand pass as Chisholm didn't get her stick on it. So face-off will be outside the Burlington zone. Another face-off win for Suter. She's been stellar in the face-off circle tonight. The dump in for Burlington. Charlton lost an edge as she tried to send that in front. Chisholm sent it to the far side for Landers. Darby had to follow up as Charlton was circling around. This is Darby still with it, trying to cut to the net. Shot doesn't get on as Reed lifted her stick. Peters after the puck. Summers got there first. Chisholm to the far point. Darby leans into his shot. That's fought off by Harris. And the centering pass again is cut off by Peters and skated out to center and into the offensive zone. Peters slams on the brakes in the far corner as her teammates were changing. It's knocked away from her by Story and out to center. Murdoch skating over the blue line and in. Murdoch still with it, takes a bunch of sticks, knocked down, but got the puck to Pryor. Shot fought off by Curry. Murdoch and Pryor taken behind the net. Now Flores. Centering pass for Pryor. Now Steven backhander. Stopped by Curry. And the rebound is knocked away, but taken by Steven again. Shot wide. Another one for Murdoch. Doesn't get on net. Out in front again for Flores off a body. And Habib can't get it out as her stick is skated through, but finally out to center. Right back on the attack again of the Barracudas. This is Thibodeau. Centered it for Pryor, and the shot gets through. Curry made another save. 47 seconds left in this third period. Robinson collided with by Holmes. Can't get the puck out. Holmes with a sharp angle shot. Save made by Curry. And we had a little bit of extracurriculars as Holmes and Healy jawing with Murphy. .37 seconds left. Up win by Houston to the near side wall, but it's poked out to center. Hubert and Moon wrestling for the puck. Moon won the battle. Houston got it to the far side, and Healy sent it out to center. Gray touches up with 20 seconds left. Curry left it behind her own net. Parody sent it up the near side. Kurlicki got it out to center, but Gray got in the way of that one. Sending it right back in. Houston Takes a cross check. Holmes with a long shot right at the buzzer. And that does it. A huge second period for the Burlington Barracudas results in a 4-0 win over the Bluewater Hawks. The 30th goal of the season for Bryn Pryor. Just the second player to do that in the U22 Elite so far. Murdoch and Flores with goals and points as well, and Avery Peters getting the 4th one. And another shutout win for Shannon Harris as well. Despite the 4 goals again, though, a stellar performance in net as well by Taya Curry. Some spectacular saves to keep her team from going down by more than 4. We'll be back tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., a bit of an earlier start time than normal as the Southwest Wildcats come to town. Make sure you're here in person or watching live on YouTube, as we'll be broadcasting the game again at 11:30 a.m. We'll thank our sponsors one last time. Again, Shield Performance, Hermetics Cosmetic Dermatology, Skids Away Pallet Sales and Recycling Solutions, RBC Wealth Management, Dominion Securities, and BDO Canada. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Again, a 4-0 win for the Burlington Barracudas and Bryn Pryor's 30th goal of the season. We'll be back tomorrow. From all of us in the crew, my name is Jared Baptiste. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.